After a stunning lap on Saturday, Charles Leclerc started the Monaco Grand Prix in pole position. However, a disastrous race on Sunday meant that he finished P4 and outside the podium at his home Grand Prix. But how did Charles's race go so wrong? Leclerc started on pole, leading the race during the first stint when everyone was on wet tires. The track started drying up slowly, and around lap 12, it seemed like the Inters was the quicker tire. Perez pitted on lap 16, only losing positions to Verstappen and Norris. With Norris pitting on the next lap, Perez now had clear track in front of him. He was setting quick lap times. From lap 17 sector 2 till lap 18 sector 2, Perez gained 5 seconds on Verstappen and 6.7 seconds on Leclerc and Sainz. In sector 2 of lap 18, Perez gained a lot of time on his rivals, probably because his inters were now in the correct temperature window. At this moment, Ferrari had a choice to make: keep Leclerc out and try to switch directly to the slick tires, or pit him on lap 18 for inters. They chose the latter option, but it was a mistake. Before his pit stop, Perez was 8 seconds behind Charles. After pitting, he gained 6.7 seconds from lap 17 sector 2 till lap 18 sector 2. Perez also gained 1.3 seconds in the pit stops, and he also would have gained some more time in lap 17 sector 1 and lap 18 sector 3. This allowed Perez to undercut Leclerc. The best decision would have been for Leclerc to stay out and keep track position. At the end of lap 17, Perez was 24 seconds behind Leclerc. Even if Checo was 6 seconds a lap quicker, he would catch Leclerc only by the end of lap 21. But before Perez caught Leclerc, Ferrari could do a pit stop onto the slick tires. So it made a lot of sense for Charles to stay out. However, as Ferrari chose to pit him, they lost the track position to Perez and Sainz. Charles is now on the inter tires, with Verstappen behind him, also on the inter tires at a gap of 7 seconds. The track would dry out soon, and Charles could try to make an undercut attempt on Perez after losing out to him in the first pit stop. At this moment, Verstappen is not in the undercut range of Leclerc. But on lap 20, Alex Albon, who is a lap down, pitted onto the hard compound of tire and came out right in front of Charles. Despite getting 1000 blue flags in that lap, Alex did not let Charles through. During the post-race interview, Albon said that he thought he was quicker than Charles and therefore did not let him go through, as that would slow both of them down. But the reality was that Albon was very slow, and he held up Charles, who lost 3.3 seconds on that lap to Verstappen. This put Verstappen back in the mix for the final podium position. By lap 21, the track was dry and the slicks was the quickest tire. On this lap, Perez was close to Sainz. To prevent the undercut, Ferrari opted to pit Carlos. This made sense, as Sainz would have indeed lost position if he did not pit. But surprisingly, Ferrari also told Charles to box on that lap. They took this decision probably because they feared an undercut by Verstappen. Though Verstappen closed the gap to Leclerc in the previous laps, he was still not threatening an undercut. He was still 4.6 seconds behind. So it would have been okay to allow Charles to stay out for another lap. But Ferrari took the decision to double stack, and this was a blunder, as both their drivers were close to each other on track. This means that Charles has to slow down before his pit stop. Ferrari realized this and made a late call to Leclerc to stay out. Charles was already in the pits when he received the message, and he could not stay out on track. He was furious when he saw Sainz in the pits, and he realized he had to slow down. Due to the double stack, Charles lost 3.3 seconds more than he would do on a usual pit stop. So when Verstappen pitted on the next lap, he overcut Leclerc and took P3, eventually finishing on the podium. Leclerc lost to Sainz due to a different strategy, lost to Perez due to an undercut, and lost to Verstappen due to an overcut. Ferrari made two crucial mistakes that cost Charles the win and a podium finish. While Leclerc lost 13 crucial points in this race, he can be encouraged by the fact that he had the best pace all weekend. He just needs to wait for better luck in the next few races and try to win them to regain his championship lead. Thank you for watching this video. Please click the like button if you enjoyed it and subscribe to the channel if you want to see more F1 content.